Pflanze, das Bild.
What a handsome couple. Judging by the uncanny resemblance, I'd say these are Upton's parents.
Uptons Eltern. Schreibtisch können wir nicht. Klavierhammer, Tür, Eingangstür.
Therein lies Upton's boudoir. As a matter of respect, the less said the better, I think.
Ja, das ist richtig. Gut, dann machen wir Eingangstür mal. Hi,
Good afternoon, miss. If you're looking for Miss Upton, I'm afraid she's not in right now.
No, I've already spoken with Miss Upton. I'm looking for Mr. Miles Fordham.
Hier.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm Miles Fordham. What can I do for you, Miss...
Mrs. Emily Morgan. I have a problem, you see. Miss Upton said you'd be able to help.
I suppose you'd better come in. So, what seems to be the trouble?
It's my brother, Ronan Lespay. He was murdered 4 nights ago outside a tavern in the Chum.
Mhm. Tut mir leid, bitte fahren Sie fort vor 4 Tagen am Wahlabend. Zu blöd, dass er nicht mitbekommen hat. Hier.
How unfortunate. Please, go on.
The police took his body to the mortuary and investigated the crime scene, but they're out of ideas. I've been down there at the station every day, but they don't seem to care enough to look into it any further. All they've been able to determine was that it wasn't a robbery, and that the clothes he was wearing weren't his.
Okay.
My brother was a good man, Mr. Fordham. He would never have willingly gone to that part of town.
Mhm.
I need to know why he was murdered, and I want whoever did it to pay for it.
Ja, verständlich.
Very well, Mrs. Morgan. I'll take your case.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Fordham.
I just need to know where your brother was killed, and where I might be able to contact you.
He was found outside the Silent Raven. It's on Alewife Avenue, on the west side of the Chum. Here,
okay.
take this. It's a photo of Ronan. It might help your investigation.
Ja. Hinweis.
And if you need to speak with me, you can come to my husband's bakery.
Okay.
It's here in Worcester, at 15 Drummond Street.
Very good. I'll begin my investigation right away.
Thank you again, Mr. Fordham. You have no idea how much this means to me.
Ach, kein Ding.
Well, this case has our names written all over it. Maybe it'll be good practice for finding the man who caused my death, eh?
Yep. Wäre gut möglich. So, war kurz ein Cut drin. Gut, dann, Karte. Ich hätte erstmal 1. Ich wäre gerne zu unserer Frau gegangen. Aber hey. Das Silent Raven. Gehen wir jetzt mal zum Tatort. Jo, sieht lecker da aus. Mhm. Ist das recht die Tatwaffe vielleicht?
What a mess.
Yep. Werbung?
These advertisements are all at least 10 years out of date.
Ja, vielleicht. Was haben wir hier? Umrisslinien.
To think, in an instant, a man's life can be reduced to some scribbles on the filthy pavement.
Mhm.
Now's not the time to get poetic, Bill.
Kann man nichts rausfinden.
It's an ad
Plakat.
for whiskey. Or perhaps paint thinner. Sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference.
Da haben wir das Silent Raven, der ruhige Rabe.
I suppose you could do worse, as far as bar names go.
Stummer Rabe. Oder so, ja. Silence, ja, ruhig, Ruhe, ja, stumm. Okay, das manchmal im Englischen immer ein bisschen interpretiert.
Your mascot seems to be a raven with a glowing red eye. Is that meant to attract customers or to scare them off?
Vielleicht sowohl als auch. Das ist einfach eine harte Bar ist so, mit harten Jungs drin, ne, Omi? Ja, wie heißt das? Abfluss. Da könnte was sein.
Yesterday's rain has made the water level rise significantly. Is it just me, or does it look like there's something resting at the bottom of the drain?
Ja.
If there is, I have no way of getting to it through the drain cover.
Securely fastened, unfortunately for you. If only there was some way to undo these bolts and remove the drain cover. Securely.
Ja, wir brauchen da irgendwas.
Yesterday's rain has made the. Is it?
If there is...
Okay, die Bolzen müssen wir auf jeden Fall kriegen. Müssen wir gucken, ob wir irgendwo Werkzeug herbekommen. Eingang.
My, this grog shop looks pretty rough, even by chum standards. Best keep a low profile while you're in here, Miles.
Ich probier's. Ah.
Doesn't look like cleaning up is high on the list of priorities around here.
Yep, sehe ich auch so. Ecke, Fenster, Bild, Bild, anderes Bild, noch mehr Bilder, kann ich reden. Komischer Mann. Messer, Fässer.
Looks like that's where they keep the good stuff. Of course, around here, good is an extremely relative term.
Ja, denke ich auch. Ich denke, dass er verpfuschtes Zeug gibt, Flaschen.
They don't seem to have much variety in their beer selection.
Sonst können wir ja nichts machen. Mich wundert es, ob wir mit diesem Mann nicht quatschen können, aber gut. Barmädchen.
Excuse me, barmaid?
Hi, what do you need?
Ronan Lespay.
You know a man named Ronan Lespay?
Lespay.
Nah, never heard of him.
He was killed here 4 nights ago. The man in this ferrotype.
Oh, that one. Well, I never saw him before that night, and I didn't talk to him. You with the police or something?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to help his sister find out what happened.
So are you done with the questions? Can I get you a drink or what?
Yeah, she's a shrewd businesswoman. You at least have to give her that.
Was wenigstens, ja. Wahlnacht.
Were you working on election night?
Pal, I'm here most every night.
So that's a yes, then?
Christ on a cracker, you ain't too bright, are ya? Yes, I was here on election night.
There's no need to be rude about it, madam.
Mord.
Tell me what you know about the murder that took place outside on election night.
Listen, chum, do you know how busy we were that night? This was a polling place. We had gents coming in and out for hours, not to mention the regular clientele. I was up to my ass in drink orders and was running the shift all by myself. Had to break up God knows how many fights, too.
Okay.
So you'll excuse me if I didn't exactly notice something that happened out on the street.
Did you at least hear the gunshot?
No, I didn't. You try distinguishing a gunshot over a room full of rowdy voters. It ain't gonna happen.
Silent River. Raven. For die Rave-Bar.
What can you tell me about this place?
It's a bar. People come here to drink. Sometimes people drink too much, and then they're sick all over. I get the honor of cleaning up the mess.
Yay, ganz
Sounds like
toll.
you're not too pleased with your job.
I never said that. There may be rough days, but there's a lot worse I could be doing. Here, I get a place to sleep and a bit to eat and a few coins in my pocket if the customers are pleased. And you are pleased, ain't you, sir?
Oh, yes. Yes, of course I am.
Good.
Ihre Stammgäste.
You mentioned regular clientele. Who are they?
Oh, we get plenty of regulars in here, too many to name.
Which of them were here on election night?
Let me think. I remember seeing 3 of the usual crowd. There was Darius, up to no good as always. Then there was Singin' Tom, but he wasn't around for too long. And how could I forget old Cormac? He'd have talked my ear off if I'd let him.
Sound like an interesting bunch of folks.
Vermieter.
Where might I find the landlord?
You won't find him anywhere. He doesn't come around here more than once a month.
Und was mit Darius?
What can you tell me about Darius?
Hey now, bucko. You've come in here asking me all these questions, but I ain't seen nothing from you. You want more information? You're gonna have to earn it.
Right. Give me a gin, then.
Coming right up.
Don't get carried away now, Miles.
Oh ja.
There you are. 1 gin. That'll be 2 shillings.
There's 3. Now then, about Darius.
Now that man is trouble. I've had to throw him out a few times.
Why do you say he's trouble?
His mind's affected by the poppy seed. He can be gentle as a kitten or fly into a rage at a moment's notice. When he gets rowdy, he gets chucked.
I see. Any idea where I might be able to find him?
Don't know why you'd want to find him, but I hear he spends his day at a smokehouse nearby. I believe it's on Crisparkle Lane. Just look for the door with the oriental symbols above it.
And could you describe him to me?
He's a rough-looking sort, about 55 years old, has a scar on his left cheek, grayish hair, medium build.
Excellent. Thank you.
Gut, sehr schön. Dann, das singen wir, Tom.
Who is singing Tom?
Ah, Tom. Not sure what his surname is, but he's in here about twice a week. We call him Singing Tom because he leads the church choir.
Is that right? Which church?
Oh, I haven't a clue. Never really cared to ask.
Does he associate with any of the other regulars?
I've seen him talking with Darius a few times. They seem to be on friendly terms.
Und dieser Cormac noch?
Tell me about Cormac.
He's in here most every night. Doesn't speak to many people, just me. And a right chatterbox he is, too. Between you and me, Cormac stinks. I can understand why he doesn't keep much company.
He stinks?
Aye, he's a sewer worker. Spends all his day underground in the muck, so he always reeks of shit.
I see. Any idea where specifically he works?
I believe he's at the treatment station, over near the ferry terminal.
Ah ja.
If this is going where I think it is, then I'm especially glad I can't smell anything anymore.
Ja, gut, das glaube ich dir. Und über sie selbst?
Have you worked here long?
13 years.
Ah, das ist eine Zeit.
I see. Anything else you can tell me about yourself?
I ain't the friendly type.
Right. Understood.
Und die Wahl noch?
Any thoughts on the election?
Nah, couldn't care less, really. Doesn't matter who's in charge. My life ain't getting any better.
Surely it'll get better with Roy in office.
We'll see.
I appreciate you taking the time to chat.
Yeah.
Wir gehen nochmal raus. Das heißt, es wäre gut, wenn wir mal erstmal zum Kanalarbeiter gehen, zum Darius. Mit dem reden, weil der könnte uns vielleicht dann sagen, wo wir das Teil da aufkriegen. Karte. Opiumhöhle. Hey, das war damals noch normal, wundert euch also nicht, Klärberg.
So this is what it's come to, eh? Braving the stench of human waste in hopes of finding a lead? Just make sure you stay away from the edge.
Woran wegbleibst.
Handy to know where you are. But why would anyone actually travel around the city this way?
Was wichtig ist?
Some sort of water treatment device would be my guess. For all I know, it could just be a fancy boiler for tea. Some sort of water...
Das hatten wir schon. Unsere
Another
Maschine?
mysterious device. I was happier not knowing all this went on after I used the commode. Another mysterious machine. While you could use a bath, I don't think this is the right place to take a dip.
Denke ich auch nicht.
I hope those aren't full of what I think.
Ich hoffe es auch nicht. Ja, katastrophal. Kanalarbeiter.
Begging your pardon, sir.
What? Who are you? What are you doing down here?
My name's Miles Fordham, and I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a sewer worker by the name of Cormac.
Cormac heißt es, stimmt.
We need look no further. But what is this about?
I just have a few questions for you.
All right. Cormac will answer them, but don't dally for too long. It can be dangerous down here for anyone who's not trained as Cormac is.
Arona Asby, das ist ja einer, der bringt selbst die Wahl. Regengully, fragen wir gleich mal danach.
Would you be able to remove the cover of a storm drain?
Yes, of course, sir. Cormac's got the right tool for the job. Just a few twists from old Mary here, and any drain will open up like a Christmas rose.
Excellent. Would you be able to open the storm drain outside the Silent Raven?
Suppose so, yes. But Cormac ain't allowed to just open up drains as he sees fit. What do you want this drain open for?
Ich stehe voll drauf, meinen einen Dreckspilz zu legen. Ganz sicher Beweis ist am Boden dieses Abflusses. Ich habe keinen Grund, aber ich werde sie wissen lassen, wenn ich einen habe. Wir müssen vorsichtig sein.
I don't actually have a reason, but I'll let you know if I come up with one.
Fair enough.
Okay,
Would you be able to remove...
Yes, just
Excellent.
suppose. What do you...
Oh, I just enjoy sticking my hand into dank puddles.
You're a bit touched in the head, ain't you? But that's all right. So is Cormac. Afraid that's not enough of a reason to open up the storm drain, though.
I believe there's a vital piece of evidence at the bottom of the drain.
You don't say.
It's quite true. It may even help me solve a murder.
Well then, in that case, Cormac will get the drain open for you.
Okay.
Come on, there's not a moment to lose. This it then?
Okay, wir gehen gleich rüber, schade.
That's the one.
Right, won't be a moment. There we are.
Thank you for your help, Cormac.
Not a problem. Now, if you don't mind, Cormac's just going to pop inside for a quick pint.
Shit, ich meine, von meinem Reden sein. Das wusste ich jetzt nicht, dass es gleich so geht.
Detective work is a dirty job, but someone has to do it. Don't forget to roll up your sleeve.
I really hope there's something down there. Ugh. This is almost as bad as the time I had to search for that stolen necklace in a pile of horse manure.
I'm really glad I didn't draw the short straw in that case. Well, how about that?
A shame the police managed to overlook this.
Hinweis gefunden. Sehr schön.
Nothing else down there but...
Gut. Dann kommen wir kurz rein. Reden wir jetzt mit Cormac nochmal. Ich hätte noch ein paar Questions an ihn.
Moment of your time, if I may.
Right, but make it quick.
So, dankeschön.
You know a man named Ronan Lespay?
Cormac knows few men. People don't much like talking to a man who spends his days in the sewers.
Ja, gut.
Can't really blame him for it. It's hard to get a stink off, so why bother even trying?
Geil, dass es in Englisch ist ja ganz toll. Ne? Kann man immer fixen, das Spiel schon seit einer Weile draußen.
You didn't answer my question, though. Do you know Ronan Lespay or not?
Could you describe him? Cormac's got a better memory for faces than for names.
I have his portrait. Here, have a look.
Ah, yes. Cormac saw this fellow recently.
On election night?
That's right. He come into the bar, voted, went out. Looked drunk to Cormac, but then everyone at that place usually is.
Silent Raven.
So do you frequent this pub often?
Yes. The Raven is where Cormac goes to forget about the day's work. The barmaid, Nicole, she's a good sort. We likes talking about the ponies down at the track. Nicky loves her some racing. She gives Cormac drinks for cheap in exchange for odd jobs. Nice to have your own personal sewer man, I suppose.
Ah ja.
She's really the only one Cormac talks to. There's a few others Cormac sees often, but Cormac hasn't spoken with them.
Ripes. This guy goes on, doesn't he? To be fair, you were warned.
Aha. Mord.
Do you know anything about the murder that took place outside here on election night?
Murder? Ah, yes. The commotion out in the alleyway.
That's right. Did you see or hear anything?
It was a touch noisy that night, what with all the election stuff happening, but Cormac remembers the sound of the gun. One shot, and then shouting and hollering from the bar. A few people run outside to look at what happened, but Cormac just stayed in his seat and finished his whiskey.
Ganz knallhart. Aber warum?
So you didn't see the man who was shot, or who shot him?
No, keeps to himself, Cormac does. Makes life easier that way.
Could he be any more unhelpful? Actually, it's probably best not to find out.
Über ihn
Is it
selbst.
difficult being a sewer worker?
Difficult? Nah, it's a dream. Especially since they introduced all these steam tech treatments and purification whatsits. The only thing Cormac's got to do is check the little dial never goes into the red on old Belinda.
Belinda?
Aye, the purifier. She's a real special lady who's made Cormac's life so much brighter. Cormac makes sure to thank her each and every day.
Wonderful. We're talking to a lunatic.
Wasn't so easy a few years ago. Back then it was tapping on pipes all day.
Tapping on pipes?
To make sure they was flowing fine and not blocked. Cormac would take his little hammer and tap, tap, tap on the pipes to make sure they was ringing fine. You can imagine what that was like. Tap, tap, tap. Ring, ring, ring. All day, up and down, over and over.
Ah, du bist ein bisschen blöd im Kopf mit der Zeit.
The tapping stopped, but the ringing never left. Still hears it to this day, Cormac does.
Nennt sich Tinnitus, mein Freund. Und nie Wahl.
Do you have any opinions regarding the election?
Cormac hears lots of things about Atwood, but he's the one what's got this new machinery put into the sewer system. There's still a job for Cormac, so all that talk about being replaced by machines is just talk, for now. But Leroy says he wants to give the workers their fair chance, so Cormac can't argue with that. What about you?
I think Leroy will be a good prime minister.
Bah! They's all the same in the end. One way or another. No point worrying, says old Cormac.
Thanks for your time. I'll let you get back to your drink.